Hello everyone, you know what time it is. We're back with a little more cards action. Today, I feel like playing some big, dumb things, giving them some sort of buff to make their Operation Zero and whack and face. So we're going to play 5 games of Haymaker. Hopefully, get some good games going on. We'll see what happens. Oh my lord, if it isn't innocent Bubbles himself. Well, this is probably going to be a slog for me. So with that being said, let's see what we can do here. Alright, he's playing some interesting deck as well. Oh, am I? Well, thank you very much, Mr. Bubbles. Let's give him a thank you, and then hit him with the let the battle begin Mortal Kombat style. Good thing about Patrol is it answers the Akita nice and cleanly, which I think we are going to do. So he's playing aggressive deck here, so we will have to, Lord Almighty, somehow find a way of surviving this. I might just play this. Oh, that is a perfect draw, actually. Huh, that's interesting. Let's do that. And play some infantry. We're gonna have to find a way of... Alright, so we know at least 2 of his cards in his hand are the surprise attack or pin, whatever it's called. What is that ability called? Oh, it won't even tell us. Oh yeah, it's surprise attack. So... yeah, that's understandable. Boom. Boom. And play out 2 more. So he only has 2 other cards that we're not too sure about. Hopefully no draw. That's fine. Let's see if he just... yeah, he's going to use one just to kill. That's fine. Let's go ahead and do that. And do that. So 2 unknowns in his hand. Hopefully he's run out of gas at this point. Ooh, I wonder if he's playing... yeah. Yeah, this is... okay, he's playing a different version of Tiny Retreat. That's awesome. That's awesome. I was glad to see other people are giving it a whirl. Alright, so what's the plan here? I think it's just playing this guy. Swinging in for 4 here. I need to find a way of quickly ending because he's just going to overrun me with little men. Yep. Yep. Alright, we somehow got to find a way of surviving the onslaught, which... okay. Okay. Yep, yep, yep. This should hopefully give us a pretty decent ability to keep the front line. Oh, that's probably game. You can just suicide a bunch of stuff in there. Yep. Good game. Oh, he's running bombing rate as well. Interesting. Well, it sucks losing, but it's nice getting killed with a deck that, you know, similar to a pet deck of yours. Good games, Mr. Bubbles. We are starting off with an 0-1 record. All right, here we go. Game 2 against Alisov. Ooh, patents, nice. Joint operation, okay, so I'm gonna get rid of the Jew. Jasko's nice. I'll get rid of the... I want to keep that actually. Do I? Yeah, let's get rid of it. He might be discarded and then we're boned. If he's playing tanks, yeah, at least I got the Jasko to save me. Alright, no turn. One play makes me think potentially some sort of discard deck. Oh. It's a nasty card. So I guess next turn we can drop Catalina. Sure. Let's see what happens here. If this survives, I get to do some filtering of my hand. If it doesn't survive, well, it's still going to survive. Yep. We will put back... Sure, we'll put back this. And we will go Huzzah. And die. We'll also play one of these. Fair enough. I think we just start getting some draw going here. And we're okay. Next turn we might want to do some sort of patent shenanigans, depending on how things go. Ooh, okay. So he's definitely playing a bunch of big boys, it looks like. So with that being the case, I think I'm going to run this guy here. Whack him for 2 and we'll play... I'll play another 2 of these guys here. So all of our 30-second infantries are out of the deck. We've got a pretty sizable force here. So he's playing Germans and Italians, so we don't have to worry about any mass removal other than -2/-2. Yep, that's understandable. We're just gonna go ahead and make this a big boy. We're also gonna give it double, what did they call it, fury. Pop this and then just whack them. Yeah, there's root out the enemy, which we were expecting. Will this thing die? So let's do it like this. Play this, see if we're... Here we go. Now we'll play this. Hit this up. Whack this. And... Sure, we'll play this. We've got a lot of stuff in our hands here. These add 11 life as well, so... Definitely getting close to the edge. We've also got some... Oh yeah, that's getting bounced for sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, very nice. So let's go like that. First we'll attack with this guy, see if anything happens. No. I wonder if we could have blitzed. Nah, because then he's at 4, so let's... I think I want to do this actually. Yep. Yep. Oh, wait a second. Sometimes you just hit him with little dingleberries from the sky and kill him off. Alright, that was sweet. Interesting. I totally forgot about the power of blitz air units. Being able to actually hit the opponent without as much what's it called? Credits needed for the attacks, because you're not really moving up to the front line. You're just putting them down and whacking them. So nice play there. Played around some pretty impressive countermeasures. So that's also proud of myself for doing that. I'm glad I didn't make too many. At least I don't think I made any big blunders on the video, but I guess we'll see when I rewatch this here. All right, game 3 here. Let's see. Ooh, I love myself a Hellcat. I love this too. I'll get rid of this. I'll keep the Sherman because we want to redraw. That's a respectable hand here. So quite a bit of options early game, actually, which this deck usually doesn't have too many. So we'll see how they play off. They are going first. So if we see... If we see a tank, I'm more likely to just play the engineers and then go into Hellcat. Because I don't think they should have enough credits to deal with the Hellcat, at least from any deployed units. They might have orders or whatnot. If they look to be some sort of a more controlling style deck, like a discard deck, then I might just start running out infantry regiments to eat up some of those countermeasures. Our turn 1's actually going to be a check because they don't play anything. I think I run out of 30 seconds just to see if we eat up a Careless Talks. Just play it safe. Next turn I can drop the combat, move this to the front line, and then play another one. Oh, sorry, that'll all I'll be able to do. All right, this guy is taking a dump, or what else would be a realistic? Okay, there you go. Oh Lord, that changes up so much. Okay. I think I just play this now because the next turn I can just spew out a bunch of 30 seconds, put one in the front line as well. And then if he doesn't have root out the enemy, I think we're in a really commanding position in terms of just how early and how strong a board presence we can create. Good old Patton. So much more interesting of a elite order than like Monty, for example, which, you know, I love myself a Monty, but, you know, it's pretty straightforward on how you use that. With Patton, you've got some options. You know, do you use it early to give your smaller guys blitz? Do you use it later to give your big boys blitz? Like I said, this deck has a lot of interactions with other things like the Ju-88. All right, we are playing with an individual that is he? I wonder if he's like double queuing. Maybe he's playing cards in some other game on the side. I myself have been guilty of doing such things. Is he actually timing out? Let's see here. Yeah, he's timing out. Maybe now he's taking a poo. With that being said, I'm just going to start laying these bad boys down. Oh, okay. He is playing... I don't know then. Well, there's our turn. It would be nice if he ends his turn after activating a countermeasure, but we'll see what happens here. Okay. Come on, little buddy. Oh boy. I'm gonna throw him a what are you up to? He's I'm not sure if this is some sort of strategy, but if he continues to run the clock up, I might just surrender, because I don't want you guys having to watch a game where every opponent turn takes the full, you know, whatever it is, 30 seconds, 40 seconds to complete. Let's throw him a couple ZZs to hopefully spur him into some sort of action. Oh boy. He was hovering over his cards. So now I'm at this awkward stage where I just don't know if he's legitimately thinking about the decisions to make, which at one credit, I'm not in 4 cards in hand. I assume there aren't that many decision trees. Okay, there we go. I'm actually now going to put this in the front line because I want to make sure I, number 1, protect the Hellcat if I can, and number 2, get a way to activate the Sherman next turn. Because I do want to start drawing and plopping down big boys. Yep. So I think here I actually want to plop this and trade there. We miss a turn of growing the Hellcat, but I don't want the this one biting the dust somehow and then having that Flampanzer in our front lines. I'd rather just take it out there than in there. Oh, that's a nice one. That is a nice one. Alright, so I think Panther G is coming up next. And then we go from there. Yeah, this. We can protect ourselves with depth charges if needed. We've got some decent removal here. We've got a blitz guy, bounce. I think we're in a decent shape, assuming nothing big and scary wrecks us. Okay. So I can actually get away. So I won't be able to attack with the Panther, but I think it's better to just operate both of them. We'll get the Sherman to go in the front there, attack, and then we'll bring out the Panther G. Or else I do 3, 6, and then don't have anything else. There we go. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Alright, he seems like he's a little bit more motivated to play this game, which is good to hear. Hopefully it'll mean his turn, his things are a little bit sped up here. Ooh, that is a nice one for us to bounce, actually. Alright, you can pass the turn. No? Maybe? Come on, buddy. The people are waiting. Well, I guess we'll take this time to... Oh, there, wow, look at that. Just as I was about to go off. Alright, so let's bounce this. Let's whack. Whack. Play Jasko for fun. Yep. I might actually save this for the Tiger because it deals double damage, which will be big. So there's potential that I just play Sherman and some other nonsense. At 10, he can have Leopold. That is something that I have to keep in mind. So I may not want to play a Sherman. Just because we would be potentially overdrawing and losing some of the cards we have in the on the field right now. I think that's probably his best bet for coming back here. So with that being the case, I'm just going to play this because if he does bounce, I get that back here. And yeah, drop this, deal 4, and see if he's got the Leopold. Yeah. That was going to happen. So we can't kill that, assuming he passes his turn. My goodness, this guy just really needs to learn to click that button. I do gotta admit, it's quite the strategy. It is definitely 15% tilting to deal with an opponent like this. So we can put in a Jasco and another unit tank to give our joint operation. Oh no, that's only 3. Dang. All right, well, let's see. That's unfortunate. But you know what I can do, actually? I can do this. And just bounce this back up. Play this. If only. And then next turn, if he plays Leo again, we essentially are in a stalemate. I continuously do this, right? Puts this in the front, bounce it. Yeah, I think he realizes that. Okay, interesting. So, next turn, this last 6, I wonder if doing that play that we did where we bounced the Leopold was actually the smart idea, or just killing it was a better strategy now that I'm in this position here. Yeah, because brings those back, takes that out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we've got enough to kill the Leopold now, which is nice. And he did burn his Comet there, so we don't have to worry about Comet. We do have to worry about the Tiger, which, you know, we lost the Hellcat to kind of deal with the Tiger nicely, but I think we should still be fine with how the way our hand's developing here. This gentleman is, yeah, take that, so I can go 5, 5. I can go 4. I've got 2 of these, so I think I'm okay with popping this now. Let's see what he's got here. He might have the bounce. Oh, yeah. That's another good one to have in these situations. We can remove his guard, so if you find a way of... Find a blitz. Actually, that's just enough. It'll turn into a 5, and then we'll deal 1 there here. So if we get a Hellcat, it's game over, assuming he spends all his credits on something. We don't have to play around any type of countermeasure here. That's assuming we don't die of boredom or old age. Okay, there we go. Let's end that turn, buddy. Press that button. End that turn. Don't let that 20 seconds go. Oh, my lord. Pacific Campetai. Campetai. If anyone else plays this gentleman, or señorita, or undisclosed individual, and runs in the same issues as I do, number one, I apologize. in number 2. Hopefully that's not the case. So we are just going to run some draw here. Yeah. There we go. Okay, there's the Hellcat. Nice to see. Yes. That is a poo load of removal. An absolute poo load. Wow. That's 7 cards left in my deck. That is definitely something to keep in mind. Come on, buddy. There we go. Wow. No more orders. That's surprising. So there. Kill, kill. Play this. Pass the turn. So we only have 1 more bolster to the rank left. These are all units, we know, because of the Rado. Ooh. Yeah, it's a spicy meatball right there. I think we have it with the Hellcat. Kill, kill. Get rid of guard. Oh boy. Yes, we do. We need him to just end the turn. Come on, little man. Press that button. Oh my god. Folks, I'm sorry. I was going to surrender, but then it looked like he was ready to play a game. Alright, so nothing open. Pop, pop. Ha. Dead. Oh my lord. I'm gonna give that as well. Just so he knows that we were serious. Alright, another W on the list. On the board there. And we are sitting at 2-1 right now. 2 more games to go here. I've actually started a little behind the scenes for you guys. I've been starting to write down the games when they start on the timeline, and also and whether I win or lose, so I can keep track of that and not look like a fool, as well as update when I post the videos on YouTube, making it a little bit easier for you guys to just go straight to the games if one game is boring or another. I won't be surprised if that last game that we watch is skipped over by a huge swath of my of the people watching my video, because it was pretty brutal to play. I can only imagine how brutal it would be to watch. All right, a good old-fashioned hello, Mr. Ryan. Let's see how this game goes here. All right, so we're probably facing a fun version of Resistance, my assumption is. Just noticing that no 1 or turn 2 play. Yeah. All right, so I guess we'll just start spewing these bad boys out and see what happens here. No plays for 3 turns. I am not sure. You know what? Nah, I'll hold on to this one. There's so many AoE spells that just will destroy our entire board. I don't want to give them even more. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right. I want to get this down because I might want to draw next turn, and I'll get a Flame Panzer. I'll put it over there, just so we have some sort of pressure on the board. Otherwise, this is going to be a boring loss, to say the least. All right. That's a nice one. And pop that. I'm mindful of drawing with the Sherman, simply because then he can just resistance us and we overdraw and all that other wonderful stuff that they, you know, focus on doing. Oh, that's poo-poo. That's actually a good one. So let's pop that down. Pop that, and we will actually play these two. Just because I don't expect him to ever be in a situation unless he wipes our board and he's got, you know, one guard or something like that. So I don't think these will ever trigger their deployment. Might as well get them down. They do get bypass like Tortors and stuff like that. Not Tortors. The other one. The one that pins ground units. So at least we can whack in for, you know, 2 here. Yep. We will just go ahead and eat up all these. And we're actually going to move these to the front just to give them that increased attack. And now they're somewhat worth spending the 1 credit for 2 damage now. We'll buff up this one as well if it comes to that. Yep. Yep. So 2, 4, 6. Might be worth it to actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. Actually, I think I want to play this now because now let's just start getting rid of this, to popping this to the front, and hitting you for a good old 5. So I think he's played 2 long range. He is close to the last man standing point in the game, so we have to keep that in mind. All right, that's 3 long range recons we got rid of. Let's go with that. That. And what are we at? 8. It's also at 8, so I can go, I'm going to do 4 damage here. Or I can play this. That toughy. Yeah, sure, we'll just whack him. We'll just whack him. Let's see if he's got it. Yep. Ooh. That is a very sensual card. A very, very sensual card. How do we want to do this then? That was I'm satisfied with that turn here. I got 23 life. 9 cards in hand. This is another interesting game. Apologize tremendously, guys. You're in for a world of entertainment and just overall insight. You're welcome. Well, that's the 4th long-range recon. My lord. And I think... Did I play this? Sure. At this point, I'm not even sure if it makes sense to play that. But I don't think he's got anything. Yeah, we would just be bouncing bombers, which I'm not too... he does have guards. Okay. Yes. That is something, isn't it? Get that out of here. What happens when we put that out? Does it become just a regular one? I'm very curious now. Because that would be sweet. Right, so you can do 1, 2. Yeah. Did I just start leveling this up? So I think we just get rid of this. And just say goodbye to this thing too. If this survives, which I hope it does, we're just going to be turning through the deck, and hopefully we've got solo cards in hand. It'll be enough. He won't have any way of answering this, so we can kind of refuel quickly. We haven't seen any of our bolster the ranks, I don't believe. Which I think we're due for. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's poo-poo. God, do we want him to draw? What do I want to do here? Ugh, I don't know if this is a good idea, but I need to find some action here. That's one of them. That Jasko is actually nice to deal with their usual main way of killing us off, which is Kamikaze. But I'm sure he's got ways of killing that, so who knows. Yep. He's at 11. Oh, this is rough. Yep. Oh, that's a rough one to lose. And I think we just go ahead and start cranking this out. It does represent, the final stage does represent quite a bit of damage. We'll see. He's at 18 in deck, 8 in hand. Not looking too good for us. I assume the only thing... I'm not exactly sure what he's got left in his Oh. Yup. Unfortunate, but not completely unexpected. And there goes our main ability to counteract. Alright. Yep, play this. Play this. And pass the turn here. We are at 10, which is a little precarious. I'm not gonna lie there. Oh my god, that is an amazing card to play against us. Wow, wow, wow. Well, that is a thing. Yeah, sure. Let's just see if we can find a way of not dying this turn here. I'm not too hopeful, to be honest. Yep. Let's start the countdown. 7, 6, 5, 4. And desperate measures. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's a rough one. Alright, 2 wins, 2 losses. A fair bit of boring games. Let's see if we can win or lose, at least have a entertaining game here. At least from my perspective. I'm not sure if you guys found those last 2 games enjoyable. I can tell you, playing them, not so much. Alright, Gabor. Give us something we would want to work with. A very respectable hand. Looks like Mr. Gabor has some decisions to make over there. Or he is also on the toilet. Judging how long this is taking, I would say option number 2. Get it? 2. Toilet. Poo-poo. It's a little bit of poo humor for you there. Let's start the endless march of 30 seconds. Let's see where the day takes us there. Alright, no turn 1 or turn 2 play as US. So maybe ramp with some pretty terrible cards in hand? Question mark? Yeah, fortification. Looking like a good friend ramp. So US Britain ramp, it looks like from, I'm just going to pretend that's, well, I'm going to base my game play on that for now. We'll have to keep in mind on turn 7, once he gets access to carpet bombing and all the other wonderful stuff that comes with the high cost credit cost orders. We are feeding him, you know, a bunch of 2-pingers with all these little 30 seconds up there, so there is that. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe pop this back up there. Try to out-tempo him here. He didn't play the shelling. Actually, he can't. He's US, so we don't have to worry about shelling. Next turn, we will have to worry about carpet bombing. So I'm going to try to play something that's got at least, it can at least survive the carpet bombing here. Yep. And I think that is going to be this right here. Boop, boop. And 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what he does here. He only has enough for carpet bombing, which means I can pump this, go to 6, and then I think I pretty much have lethal with Common Engineers. Yeah. Awesome. Let's give him the GGs. Do this, 7. Good measure, and kill him. Sweet. That was a nice quick game, considering the last couple games we had. Alright, so, you know, standard 3-2 score at the end of the day, which, you know, nothing to write home about, but also not a terrible showing. So, hope you guys enjoyed them. You can probably tell from my commentary I enjoyed some of those games. But we'll see you next time. Take care.